I don't like Denny's. Like, you know that restaurant, the breakfast place? Like, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. One day I'll be like feeling breakfast food and I'll go into my local Denny's and it's half decent. Good bang for your buck. I'll go another day and it's just like horrible. It's like greasy, it stinks, sort of like every Rain Main. And then I'll go another time and it's like the best thing in the world, like best breakfast food and it's awesome. I don't get it. And I don't know about you, but I for one hate things that are inconsistent. And while we're on the topic of being inconsistent, let's talk about your aim. Okay, now that was kind of mean, but don't worry. Everyone has bad games every now and then, but if you're top fragging one game but rock bottom the next, then it's time to fix that inconsistency. So today in Skill Cap, we're going over how you can have more consistent aim like someone like Asuna. Because I think we can all agree this guy has some pretty consistent aim, like even when he's not supposed to.
For the off.
Thanks.
That is tough. Crazy.
I don't think that's how you win Dax money.
Oh! Three.
Y'all out. Somebody hold my man.
Placing alarm bot. One enemy remaining.
What the?
Before we can even start diving into anything aim related, something we need to talk about is mental. People don't understand how big of an impact your mental can have on the way that you're playing your game, and even your teammates. What I'm saying is, do you think that Stephen Curry stopped shooting threes after he misses like 3 or 4 of them in a row? No, of course not. This man has the confidence that he can come back, knock down some shots for his team, even when his team needs him the most. One of my favorite quotes in sports from Miami Heat guard Dion Waiters is, "I'd rather go 0 for 30 than 0 for 9, because if you go 0 for 9, that means you stop shooting." Okay, like that quote is kind of funny, but you need to have that type of confidence when you're playing this game. Otherwise, what's going to happen is that you're going to dig yourself in this mental hole that you just can't get out of. And then your bad mental is going to affect your comms, your utility usage, and then before you know it, you're basically throwing the game for your team. And mental, honestly, is something that takes a lot of practice to harden. The more you play the game, and the more situations you put yourself in, the more that you get comfortable and then not have a bad mental. Over time, you'll stop getting nervous in clutch situations, you'll stop worrying about the 0-4 starts that you got off to, and then that's when you could say that you have a good mental. Think about it. Do you ever think that Asuna ever thinks to himself, "Wow, I whiffed that shot. My shooting is just terrible today. I should stop shooting"? Absolutely not, dude. He gets paid good money to have that confidence, even if he's bottom fragging. And he has the confidence to still show up when his team needs him the most. And that's the first step to having consistent aim, having a rock solid mental. And if you want that, then you're going to need to play the game more. Alright, so with that out of the way, the number one thing in my opinion that everyone needs in order to have the most consistent aim possible, besides mental, is crosshair placement. Now yes, you hear this all the time, but it's something that I think is so undervalued because it is mentioned all the time. It gets blown over and people just roll their eyes and don't focus on it as much as they should. Let's take a look at Asuna's clip. For starters, look at the way that Asuna is clearing each angle with its operator. If he isn't precise and doesn't clear each angle, he's going to die to the Reyna. But notice how his crosshair, even with an operator, is going right where the enemy's head is going to be. He gets rewarded by getting the kill on the Reyna, and then he dashes out of heaven. When he lands, his crosshair is literally at head level, and then just destroys the Astra, who didn't expect a jet to be there. And then with that last kill, I don't even know, the dude's just feeling himself. He jumps out into his own smoke, making himself a hard target to hit, and just locks on the Sage's head. I'll be honest, Asuna's just a freak of nature. But let's break down one more clip. In this clip, I just like the solid fundamentals being displayed here. Asuna tries to go for an aggressive peek, whiffs on the jump spotting jet, and after knowing he's about to be overwhelmed, he keeps his composure and falls back to showers to trade his teammate. A good crosshair placement paired with good movement nets him the kill on the Reyna. But the neat thing about this clip is Asuna's crosshair placement as he turns from showers. He recognizes that the enemy team could be pushed out into sight, so instead of placing his crosshair high for the lamps push, he kills the jet pushing sight, and then turns his attention on the Cypher pushing into lamps. Overall, I thought this was just perfect awareness paired with good crosshair placement, which all in all, literally won his team the round. If you want to get better at this, I highly recommend that you grind the heck out of Deathmatch. Now yes, people turn up their volume all the way, yes, people use the operator, but who cares? The game mode isn't, it just doesn't matter. People get caught up in losing and not killing everybody. It's literally made for you to practice and warm up in, so who cares if you win or lose? Stop looking at the top of your screen and just focus on what you're trying to shoot. Deathmatch is a great tool to practice your crosshair placement in. Keeping your crosshair at head level, tracing corners, and grinding at these fundamental mechanics is going to translate into your rank games. You'll be pre-aiming angles, flicking from angle to angle, all out of habit, and you won't even think about it. And then from there, you can start worrying about your utility usage, your comms, what you're seeing, and how to talk to your teammates. So yes, Deathmatch isn't perfect, but you should definitely take advantage of it. The next thing that I want to emphasize is the fact that people need to be more patient when taking shots. Yes, the flick shots clips are super cool, but by whipping your mouse across your screen and just trying to one-tap everybody's head, it isn't going to work. Almost ever. or it's not going to make you a consistent aimer, and as a matter of fact, it's going to build a lot of bad habits for you. If you're not taking your time to make sure your shots are lining up, you're going to have a bad time. Let me show you what I mean. Notice how combined with good crosshair placement and patience, Asuna gets a nasty 4K. And especially if you watch that second kill, Asuna literally takes the time and patience to make sure he's lining up his crosshair with the headshot before firing. What he does in this clip takes a ton of discipline and practice. What I see from a lot of people is that they'll panic and start trying to kill people both at the same time, or try to make some unnecessary spray transfer. It might be hard for you to do this at first, but there's a good way to practice this as well. Something that I do to work on this is I hop in the range, I turn on the 100 bot mode, and I go to one side of the range like this. This is because if you stay in front of the range, like normal, you have to be making these huge unnecessary flicks that you'll almost never do in a real game. But if you stand to the side, you'll get a more realistic aim trainer. From here, you can go from bot to bot and slowly from head to head, making sure your crosshair is actually over the bot's head before you fire. This is how you properly build muscle memory, not playing the bots in hard mode and trying to go as fast as you can. That builds up bad habits and makes you try to do unnecessary flicking that you'll never do in game. Alright, so with that being said, let's look at these last two clips.
They rev like bridge, they'll be bridge.
You get the bomb down, Asuna is a really good work.
What a plant.
Sure. Oh, you saw one stairs. Stairs. I have one. Can you just...
Okay.
Just live.
Don't peek.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah, don't
picking it
peek,
right now.
Can you throw like jet smoke and
You
shit?
should fake the plant. You should fake the plant.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Yeah, you're back. You're back. You're back.
So patient.
Yeah, coming out.
One enemy remaining. Spike down.
Let's fucking go!
I think you guys get the point by now. Stay calm, cool, and collected, line up your shots, and you'll be fine. Now, if you want the most consistent aim, you need to take what I mentioned here and my other pro breakdown videos I made on the channel and keep practicing these in games. Now, I keep using Stephen Curry because I like him, but he worked on his shot day in and day out for his entire life. Nobody is born consistent in anything, and if you want to be good at something, you're going to have to practice it, and a lot. And when I say practice, I don't mean grind at aim labs or Kovacs every day. I mean actually playing the game that you want to be good at. By playing Valorant, you're experiencing the gun's recoil, angles, crosshair placement, all of that you don't get with traditional aim trainers. And yes, this may be my personal experience talking, but if this video is centered on Asuna, then just listen to what he has to say about aim trainers.
Why is your aim lab score so terrible? I think it's because that aim trainers are completely pointless and they don't mimic aim.
I know it's a short clip, but Asuna has low aim trainer scores. But is he a bad shot? Obviously not if he's playing for 100 Thieves. But what I'm saying is that if you want to get good at Valorant, play Valorant. If you want to get good at aim labs, play aim labs. It's just that simple. Granted, if you're just starting out with FPS shooters, sure, Kovacs and aim legs can be helpful, getting you used to your mouse and mouse control, but if you sort of already know how to play FPS shooters, just play Valorant. Play deathmatches, go in the range, you'll be better off in the long run. So yeah, I know having inconsistent aim can be super frustrating. Like some days you're on, some days you're off, and you just want to kill everybody consistently, not just some people. I get it. Just like your no-com insta-lock jet, it's annoying. So if you want more consistent aim, be sure to follow what I told you guys, stick to the practice, and eventually you too can have sick aim like Asuna. It won't be easy, and it's going to take a lot of grinding, and there's no way around that unfortunately, but with the right fundamentals and a good mental, your aim is going to be a lot more consistent. And that's all for us. I want to thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.